seconds remaining.
Is squishy, so if you catch him off guard, I mean, that could be a kill. Maybe. It's getting harder and harder to kill this Weaver. He doesn't have Shikuchi.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
First blood.
Little bit of a mistake there. He wanted to play aggressive with that Shikuchi, but the cooldown's so long at the start. Maybe didn't expect to get tossed back either. Schofield gonna fall down here. Nice power shot. Early kills for Talon. I think top, you're not going... Raptors nearby. Tusk and Pugna maybe in a bit of a race here.
My timeline snaps. Now you do it.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, pretty surprising. I wonder if that's what they imagined. Like, hey, Weaver, like, we just need him to go out of position once, and then he's so squishy we can kill him.
The nether reaches.
Heroic gonna get themselves on the board with a Pugna kill.
Well, maybe. Schofield is not really slowing down. Okay, they're gonna pop the Exorcism. It is an arcane rune as well. They want to try and start threatening this tower. Open up the map maybe a little bit here for K1, but losing mid. Slowly but steadily. Okay, Ponyo's in a bad spot. That should be a nice kill onto the Pugna. Great snowball dodge there from Schofield, but Corrosive Haze is online for the Slardars.
So getting him out of the way. Be a great pickup. Again, though, like
shards just barely off the mark, but
Okay,
there's the glimpse from KJ. Toss in Schofield. I mean, he's a tanky boy on the Tusk, and poke him on the run. I don't think he's making out of the X. Is going to pull back Ponyo as well. So the Tiny will end up dying. Okay, one of these supports has got to die. There we go. Hokum goes down. Ponyo will be second. 5-hero rotation the top side. This to initiate fights until the Kunkka is in. Like if the Weaver gets jumped, the game is going to be really difficult. And it's going to be on Schofield to try and go for those saves. Top lane, great static storm from KJ, locking in two. Slardar's damn tanky, though. He's going to be pulled back from the X. The Razor doing a lot of work as well. The boat connecting the snowball, trying to buy them as much time as possible. But it's going to be a 3-hero crush instead. Finally, K1 coming through. Schwan just standing his ground. The bugs are out. K1 still trying to chase to finish off this Razor. He will be able to eventually, but on the backside, you have lost everything.
Is it so easy for VTune to come in and just contribute right away? Well, even with that fight, it is still a very even game here at 15 minutes, though. Maybe that's about to change a little bit.
Yeah, very nice patience from Tiny. Invis Rune paying off here as they'll be able to try and chase down Devilama, and no problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, we occasionally even see Slardar carries, right? Like, that speaks for his scaling potential.
Yeah. Tiny, top lane. Toss back. Devilama popping that Blade Mail. They will be able to trap him in place for the moment. The rotation from K1 will make a pretty quick Pickoff. So, I mean, he got his blink, though. He was kind of just up here as long as he could be. Hit that death is big items.
Tiny at least did get his blink dagger before he died, so maybe he can surprise him coming out here. Huge Weaver kill right there.
He just comes straight through the portal. VTune was just guessing that he's going to come through the portal and like pings WS to come over, and he's just holding down.
Especially like as BKBs come out, Static Storm's not going to hold anyone. Which I guess once they have BKBs, they would have ignored Torrent Storm as well.
My god, the minus armor is going to be coming very
depending what spells they have, but I think just taking control of the map with this first Aegis, their lineup is not the best at taking high ground.
Great find there from Tiny. Once again, they on the side of Heroic. Obviously, Tiny's is also kind of garbanzo beans, and same with the Pugnas, so kind of just putting it on cooldown immediately. Get to him later. And a quick death for Schofield once again as a toss back into the Slardar.
They're gonna know Schofield or someone's taking it because everyone has the Lotus info. Yeah, but it looks like they didn't actually see him, or they lost him in the trees.
Oh, nice jump from the Tiny, but he's going to get caught in the Static Storm instead, and Schwan will be glimpsed away. So a little bit over-aggressive potentially from the side of Talon, but Devialama will throw the disarm out onto the Razor. The Glipe.
So far, K1, after a couple early deaths, he's been doing pretty well for himself on staying alive.
That might backfire here for Talon, because they TP'd out and chased across the map, and they just come back, pick off Ponyo instead. So they're kind of dragging Talon around.
All retreat as a group, right?
They're going to bring the numbers. The Avalanche, the toss into WS. He's going to go for the Halberd to disarm. He's got a Yules as well if he can buy some space. Goes for the life drain here, but I don't think you're making out of this one. Slardar as well as Wind Ranger doing just too much damage, and they finally get their hands on a really big kill.
So in the direct matchup, it's no good. But if you do split them up, Glimpse, X-Mark, that helps you find the split up fight that you might succeed in. Weaver in a bit of danger here.
Weaver definitely in some danger. They're going on the backside, though. They just destroyed Disruptor and Devialama, trying to TP out. Way too much damage coming out from the Razor, and Schofield stuck inside of his own shards, just trying to keep space from the Slaughter. Ends up being 3 deaths for Heroic. And yeah, that's the 5-on-5 head-on engagement you were talking about. Frame of the Crush. When Slaughter, when he just popped it. So he just gets Crush off, then he BKBs, then he chain stuns, and like, just a kind of disaster. Mid lane, Death Prophet, also looking like it might be a disaster for him as well. Goes for the Halberd, but which one, right? There's 3 heroes you gotta worry about with that ability.
Can't disarm all of us.
The objective. Schwann's already got a little bit left on the Eye of the Storm here. But again, like you said, no BKB timing available for them at the moment. They get the Orchid out onto the Kunkka. Schofield with a nice snowball save, but a great avalanche on the backside. They've got that Exorcism running, and K1's coming through. The Static Storm is down. This is as good a fight as you're going to get on Heroic, but can you actually find the kills? They're trying. Slaughter, 1 second to BKB. He's got it. He takes down the Kunkka, and he gets out of the fight, and now it's time for a V2, with the Focus Fire shredding through Analog. Schwan here as well. Gleipnir holds him down, and K1 is all by himself. AJ's back, Schofield's back. Nice Walrus Punch, trying to finish off the Wind Ranger. Can he do it? He can't. They're just too strong. Finally, K1 finds a kill. He's got to take down WS, but one more attack finishes the job. Triple kill goes the way of V2, and I believe so.
Yeah, that's something that BKB does not help you with, and you could get trapped on high ground. It's like possible. You can be trapped like around the barracks or the
what a toss. Mid lane, they've got the Kunkka. He's silenced up, trying to get to safety. The great Yules out from Hoken stops Schofield as well. And, well, that glimpse actually might send the Tussler. Oh, what a power shot from V2, and that was sick. He has no as it. Because the ability to toss a hero in the middle of an entire creep wave, if you have the like key modifier, could be pretty sick. I don't know if he has that, but I was trying to figure out how he would potentially have selected the Kunkka of all things. But big team fight, good Static Storm is out. They will be able to lock the Tiny in place. Razor holding his BKB. He's going to be forced to use it, but the Tiny is still alive thanks to the decrep, and they're going to turn it around onto Analog as he just gets destroyed. No chance at all. Nice shards coming through once again. Talon's like, maybe we don't want to leave the base. Maybe Devialama goes down next. K1 doing his best on the Weaver to try and keep this alive, but they just walk away. Ponyo on this Pugna has been doing some serious work.
Use Weaver X-Mark or X-Mark and Weaver to push out lanes, but they may have found him.
Okay, Hokum actually buying a little bit of space. Snowball out will keep the Tusk alive for now, but Tiny, how is he still alive? It just takes him so long to find the kill. Yeah, that Slardar hurts freaking like real hard, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Good.
I mean, that's the Decrepify save, saving the Tiny there. That's why teams still like Pugna. With that, I mean, you're gonna take 2 sets
Tiny's
here.
Back.
The last
big toss back, finding the Death Prophet Yules into a great torrent. The boat's gonna come through, but the BKBs are now out, and V-Tune just shreds him on the Focus Fire. Time-lapse will get the Weaver out for the moment, but the Tiny, he's got his eyes set on the prize. He really wants the Weaver. There's gonna be the crush, the toss back, and he is so dead. Buys back immediately into the game. This is your only hope, the Devialama. just losing everything here to the Razor. Will get out for now. Nice Static Storm holding Schwan inside, but he pops a Satanic. This guy, he's still just sitting through it. No problem at all. The Glimpse pulls him back into the team, but Hokum just jumps in with him. He says, whatever, we'll fight you at your fountain. We don't care. K1 chased out, does get the Sakuchi off in 1 second. V2's trying to find the kill, but the GGs are out. Heroic will drop in game number 1, and Talon, a fantastic performance to open up the...
Victory.
They were really trying to get one more kill for the stats there on K1 there. They're chasing him hard. All right. Deathprop would have had a harder time with Spirit Siphon, but an easier time versus the...
But they are putting the Alk into the Wraith King lane because they know the lane is unplayable for Wraith King. And so they are forcing him out. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ponyo being chased down by a spooky Blood Mage and a giant rock. And that should be first blood. Going to KJ on the Grimstroke.
Bully out melee heroes. But at the same time, the more levels Wraith King gets, he's going to keep getting points in Vampiric Spirit. He can heal up and then just use skeletons to jungle for him. So I'm actually not sure if that lane really changed. In the bottom lane, Ponyo deleted by a potion. Please, please cast skeletons. I hope you have 8 charges. Here's that first rotation.
Yep, exactly as expected. Solar Bind is out. Alchemist pops a stick, but the amount of damage from the Coddle is overwhelming. K1 can't get away. Swashbuckle to finish the job. Avalanche. It's available in 1 second, trying to stay on top of the Keeper of the Light. The damage from Divine Llama, it's gonna be enough. A great TP response in from the DP. So it's gonna take a minute for it to get there.
There's a single tango on this courier slowing its movement speed.
Is that what it is?
He must have meant to sell it.
Well, Divine Llama caught next to the tower and deleted thanks to all that magic damage of the Solar Bind. And he'll go right back to the mid lane. Analog has to be very careful. They can absolutely kill a Dragon Knight. Urn is out. No Vessel still, but a lot of damage. Rolling Thunder connects as well. Analog with the Dragon Tail trying to keep Schwan at bay, but a big freezing field from Ponyo. The chain stun is there. They get him. Maybe he didn't see the Crystal Maiden, but it's getting caught from the Coddle. But Dragon Knight mid lane, Analog, he really wants this tower, but now I think realizing they are mid. There's going to be the Solar Bind into the Vessel. The Stolen Breathe Fire as well does a ton of work. Schofield with a great avalanche, but another Rolling Thunder from WS to secure this kill as they continue to chase the supports now. Just food for this side of Talon. It's going to be 3 dead in the mid lane, a 5-hero rotation, netting a ton of gold.
Skelly boys get to work. Oh, he doesn't have all the charges. That's okay. 5.
Memory was Pikaz, who went like AC Shiva's Wind Waker or something, and he was just unkillable. And it was so weird. Yeah, it's like no one could kill him. He was just dancing around in fights, like just keeping corrosive weaponry on these heroes, and it was really funny. Top lane.
Who is pretty rich, I gotta say. He's got his BKB on the way. This is gonna be one scary outcome. Literally delivered just in time. This might save his life.
Hey,
he doesn't want to use
Chemical
Rage.
Rage. Yeah.
And
he's looking for Ponyo. Oh god, Crystal Maiden, you are, I hate to break it to you, not in a good spot. Soulbind out as well. K1 will grab the kill. And they just walk away. Instant D-ward as well. Top lane though. Schofield in trouble from WS. Does not get the mana back to go for an avalanche. So yeah, I mean WS is getting a lot done on this offlane pick.
I guess that's maybe what Talon's waiting for. They've been applying a lot of pressure with the Keeper while V-Tune's mostly been farming. They're gonna try to take their own fight now.
Breakout top. Yeah, Schofield once again going down to the Tiny. I mean, he's got this blink, but he has not been able to get active. They won't get on top of Hokum. Ponyo, realizing he is on the wrong side of this fight, has to immediately disengage after the freezing field. A 1-for-1 trade, but good for Talon. Honestly, it is Model and the Pango.
I think the current issue is she's not farmed, but I do like that. Well, hold on. Ponyo gonna get run down.
They're looking for the right heroes. He gets the Keeper of the Light, the toss back. He's caught from the Dragon Tail. Divine Llama right on top. Soulbind does not connect onto the Pango. He will TP out. So they manage to get, I mean, the fact they get on Crystal Maiden as well is actually pretty nice or something.
Oh, was it?
I just guessed.
Sick. I mean, right on top of the right heroes. That's maybe gonna get him a tier 1. Although Pango's here, he
He'll
just
drop
rolled.
the mark with the stun.
Fresh Radiance from VTune.
He's gone. No chance. VTune will be able to TP, or we'll be able to find, not TP, but finds the TP in KJ. Good grab. Okay. Ends up being be closing on his Aghanim Scepter right around the time he hits that level 18, so Black Dragon will eventually come online. Schofield once again tanking the ganks for his team. Dude, they have just been picking on this Tiny. His 6th death now going to VTune. Hero, who's he gonna find? Maybe Hokum. Blink up in a couple seconds here from Analog. He ends up stealing Breathe Fire. Does he go forward? He does. Connects onto the Dragon Tail. The rest of the team smoking up for a wraparound as Schofield gets vision of VTune. Instead, wait a minute. Detection. They don't need it. I don't need it. All right. Dead Rubik finally, slow but steady. They get the kill. And now top lane. Definitely something you have to worry about for Talon because your Tormentor is here.
You could absolutely steal this, although you don't have too much time on Chemical Rage.
Oh, we'll see. WS with a nice blink in, gets on top of the Alk. The chain stuns are there for the moment. The Aegis will be claimed. So, death number 1. Does he get out the second time? Pops the Manta, pops the BKB, the Chemical Rage. He's just trying to beat down the tier 3 tower. They get the fortification. That might have been all that they were hoping for. An immediate smoke from Talon. They want to fight, which you don't have Rolling Thunder. Spear forms about.
Gan connects.
Oh, Schofield, not again, not again. Gets the blink. Wraith Fire Blast is out. And Schofield will once again be the death for Heroic.
This is the game plan. I'm
To be giving your Dragon Knight, who's basically a carry at this point, 4,200 gold. We're going to see them once again make the same play for K1 here. Rolling Thunder is out. VTune is in. Instant Dispel, but the Chain Stun, it's not there. They get the perfect Soulbind onto 2. They're trying to bring down this Pango, but they don't have the damage quite yet. Analog now on the front line, tanking this up. The DK quite strong, has a Manta, able to get out. The Lotus Orb actually doing some serious work as well. The Wraithfire Blast is there. Dispel once again from the Inkswell, but Analog, he's got to get the safety. Schofield with a very nice toss back. The tower won't grab him. Great smoke.
I'm the only one allowed to die on this team.
Again is the only hero to die. Oh, what a savior. I see a lot of people do the Breathe Fire cast range. Oh, he just blinks into 4, the smoke catching it, but his team is nearby. He gets to the low ground. Soulbind again onto Wraith King and Pango. You need to be able to get Analog to safety, though. He's taking a lot of damage to Exorcism, doing what they can, but VTune's got an amplified damage rune. Inkswell to try and get Analog to safety. He's got the Dispel. It will be enough, and now VTune on the run. The damage is coming through from K1. He's stacking up that corrosive weaponry. The first life is down. You've lost the Crystal Main. Divine Llama still plenty of time left on this Exo, but do they have the damage to kill him before the TP? They do not. Okay. Stroke behind him should feel pretty safe, but look at WS. He's actually in a really good spot to try and start the fight if he gets him. He gets his eyes onto KJ's Grimstroke. That's a good one. If he can prevent getting soul-binded, he can continue to just disrupt this, and K1 trying to stop the whole team from going in. Dude, he actually just solos the Grimstroke. Soulbind finally does come through, but it's too little too late as Alchemist. That first set of Chemical Rage will expire. He's got a BKB. Now has a Dark Portrait. Again, an amazing item against the Wraith King. He's got a Radiance and an AC. Of course, you already have a Radiance, but all of that really adding up. Looking for the Soulbind. He gets it again. Actually, it's stolen Soulbind from the Rubik. Very nice. Vito on the backside trying to get to safety. Again, WS solos off the Grimstroke. Hokum with 3 Spirit Siphons running, doing a lot of work here, but the fight, it's so messy. They managed to isolate WS here for the moment. K1 blinks on forward, gets him on the concoction, but able to hit the Lincolns, trying to swashbuckle to safety. If they can bring down the Pango, it's nice. Will he TP out? No. Dude, this fight is so bizarre. They have to play so spread. Yeah, they just GG out. This is just such a slow... It's weird because it's such a slow game, right? But there's almost nothing you can do. You're just getting squeezed.
Yeah. The Soulbind prevents Pango from ever being near his team. And that's kind of the whole point of roll. Is
a pretty substantial amount more last hits.
Can't count this Pango hero out, but something we can look for is that if Analog can hit level 6 first, he might be able to get a kill, especially with a little bit of help. Ponyo might be our first blood, though, although Divine Llama dropping low at the same time.
He gets the salve off. Really nice bait. Dude, Schofield, just a sick ink swell into the center of 2 heroes.
This is still the question mark for us. Looks like he's moved away from the Vanguard again. Maybe back to Blade Mail.
Dude, Vanguard just feels so bad. Divine Llama gonna get pushed back from another flame break. There's gonna be a really nice blood grenade placed as well. Ponyo on the run. Schofield falling incredibly low. Just needs one more auto attack. They are trying. V-Tune's got the movement speed. Schofield, yeah, he's just gonna walk back in. Now, Talon gotta be feeling pretty good about this lane setup. Being said, KJ is actually taking a beating bottom. Does have a missile coming out. Will eventually connect onto the Wind Ranger. They're looking for Oakham. That is a optimistic TP. Very nice bait from KJ. Top lane, 6-minute power rune. It's actually going to be bottom, and now the Rolling Thunder coming out from Schwan. He's level 6 before the Primal Beast. They will scout out a haste rune. KJ will just be by KJ, and he is on his way bottom.
Yeah, maybe looking at WS. They know they de-warded down here earlier, so they shouldn't have. Early win run. I think this is dead.
I mean, Hokum has to get a sick avalanche, but yeah, the missile following the toss back to safety, the pulverize onto the Tiny, the damage is there. They've got one, now looking for another, and this should be 2 deaths. The rocket barrage helping them out a little bit. They also get Bat Rider top, so 30 stacking.
Heroic knows this is happening. They're running in, but it's too late. Stacks are cleared. Can they at least get a kill?
I don't know. KJ's trying to stay on top of Ponyo here. Bumped down to the low ground. The onslaught through, doing a lot of damage around the Primal Beast. KJ will go down eventually, right? Surely, yeah, they get him, but it's going to cost you the Pangolier as well.
And they get another D-ward there. Down the Morphling for Lifestealer to try to kill him, but that could definitely be scary for them, especially if they kill Axe again here.
Oh, I mean, Analog is right nearby, though, and they will just turn this around onto Ponyo. Gets the Culling Blade out as well, and so he'll grab his first set of stacked armor.
Help Axe get back into this, because he is at the bottom of the cores, but with that, he's actually not too far off from the Wind Ranger. Oh, he's so close to
making another play here, potentially. Waveform in, gets the Blade Mail, Avalanche toss, they got him. Okay. Round 2. That spell combo is still very scary. KJ clearing out a ward, bottom, Lifestealer, he pops his Infest to go grab his Radiance, as he will be the recipient of a gank coming through from Heroic, tanked once again by the supports, but a toss in. Ponyo not close enough to call down, slowing them all up. So skip it, get your farming item, a really early Radiance, and K1 will just be chilling. Just trying to push to the late game. WS on the bottom side, they will scout him here. You are smoked up on the Primal Beast. There's the blink reveal from Divine Llama. He would have loved to go for the Culling Blade, but Analog does too much damage. Dog from that one tree might have prevented them from being able to scout it. So with this, if they see Schwan, the blink call, he blinks out. Okay. And instead, he will find Bat Rider. Still a worthwhile kill. He's like, let me get the Culling Blade. All right, there we go.
I swear.
Test the toss with like the hotkey activation. It doesn't work. KJ, he's gonna get found in the jungle here. Good chase down from the Pango. Eventually gonna get the kill on over to V-Tune. Oh, Avalanche, Grimstrokes there. Analog should be able to finish him off. Pops the amplified damage to get on top of Divine Llama. He's just instantly dead. Divine Llama looking very scary on the Axe here as well. Looking to try and just chase him. 1 second for the call. Does he get in range? Infest. Just to top him off. He'll be okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think they were a little bit slow on that because they saw him under the ward, but we're still like kind of farming up a camp when that happened. Call down in the mid lane. Ponyo just getting soloed by KJ's. Analog comes in, gets a really nice pulverize up onto this Pangolier. He's trying to go for the Rolling Thunder, but the silence is out for the Grimstroke. Axe with the double dunk. Analog this time letting him finish the kill. Get an Arcane Rune bottled up. That would be a massive find. He's going to pop the smoke. Get scouted on the backside. Who's going to get the jump? Into the tree line they go. Ink swelled up. Analog just goes in. He's looking for his target. A huge call onto the backside. It catches Batrider and the Wind Ranger. She's going to survive with a BKB Wind Run. Morphling will be able to take down this Gyrocopter, but WS just burns to the Radiance. And now Schwann's got to find his way out. V-Tune already TPing. Ink swell. Oh, he actually gets the blink, but the Phantom's Embrace is there. Violama, will he be able to catch the Pango? Analog with an onslaught. He's going to be able to close the gap. The Ink Swell is there. And it's just a matter of time. And is the problem. He's the one hero you do not want to initiate. And, well, they're looking for the backside. The Avalanche, it's going to find Grimstroke. He gets an Ink Swell off very quickly, but Ponyo, with the last hope onto the high ground, secures the kill. K1 on the run, focus fire just on top of him. That being said, KJ doing a lot of damage back out to the Wind Ranger. The fight taking place in 2 different time zones. Call will catch the Pango. Hokum trying to get the toss out. Will it be enough? No, Devi finishes the job. They are still very scary. No BKB on Analog. Hokum trying to TP, instantly canceled. And Infest as well. They're still hunting. Items, like his scaling is pretty nuts. If you get the Octarine, you can go for like a Wind Waker and the Bloodstone. It's very good. Schwann, BKB out from Analog. We'll just put a stop to that one. The missile's out. Yeah, that's the reason the Primal Beast in a Pango can be scary. And he did commit BKB, so Analog has to be a little careful of that, but no Pango, no Rolling Thunder. They're gonna go straight to the top lane.
V-Tune was trying to find Grimstroke.
They got to Violama bottom.
Just blinks away. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty good for Talon. They need something like that.
Yeah. Set up from a really good shackle on the Wind Ranger. Perfect follow-up. K1 does need to be careful here. There's going to be the toss back. Does get the rage off, though. The soul binds onto 2. Again, the focus fire doing work, but Analog's back in. No BKB. Needs to be a little bit careful as WS wants to chase, and V-Tune still quite strong. Infest currently in that gyro. It's so scary, man. That is an infested axe running around at 550. Just actual haste move speed. All right, he does break it. They do grab the Primal Beast to start this one up. He goes for that focus fire, but he has a shield drone. And they turn it around onto the Wind Ranger. She's so dead. Well, actually 15 HP, but the Battle Hunger will finish the job. Analog onto the backside, looking for more. They got the Grimstroke, but he's going to buy back immediately. Morphling making quick work of the backline, gets both kills as now Ponyo does steal away the enemy gem. But Analog's there. Oh no, that's both gems. Do they have detection? Axe looking for the call, doesn't connect. Wow. Burning him on the Batrider though. They do find him eventually. Oh no.
Whittle these buildings down, and you're forced into like leaving.
They found Schofield. This is a dieback. He does get an illusion out at the second, but that's huge. Now can you finish off Hokum on the Tiny? He's going to get a Yules to buy himself a little bit of space, but he is gone. Gem still on the deck, picked up by Analog, tossed on over to Violama, but they're coming in on a lot of heroes. There's the Rolling Thunder from Schwann. You've got the Wind Ranger coming through as well. They do have a Pulverize available. Schwann needs to be a little bit careful. Batrider's here as well. Does he have a lasso target? Lincoln's not up for K1. Where did this gem end up? I see it just getting tossed around. There it is. They got to Violama. Analog comes in, managed to stun them up. Now looking for Ponyo. He just gets chopped instead. You still have Cheese and Aegis on Heroic. It looks like these fights are like, oh man, they're getting some progress, but the important heroes aren't dying.
Yeah, they're so tanky, and then like when Inkswell goes on and there's like some healing as well, it's so tough. You can't even.
Ranged barracks to fall. Melee barracks, the last hope. Ponyo gets the lasso. Schofield's trying to get him with the Ink Swell, but can't do it. Analog goes in as well. They've managed to get on top of Schofield. Schwann as well as V-Tune will grab him. The call-in from Divine. Can they actually finish him off? Great Yules. Infest here onto Analog. They will bounce back out finally as the Yules will buy him a little bit more space. V-Tune's got to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage on the backside. That's a dieback on the Tiny. Divine Lama still alive. Gets the call. Takes down Schwann. Buybacks available. Can they get mega creeps or will they back away? You gotta be careful. Yep.
And that's your blink call is like, call is 8 seconds.
Oh, He gets the Morphling. He did get the Rage off, but the Abyssal Blade to hold him down. The Chain Stuns are coming through V-Tune. Managed to waveform out, but a Pulverize on the backside interrupted by WS. Great power shot, but the Bat Rider's dead. Tiny is dead. And they're going to continue looking for more. You got to be careful. Device got the Blink. He gets both on the backside. Wind Ranger's dead. Will buy back. Schwan trying to make his way back into the fountain. He will. 2 dead. No buybacks. And Analog just standing here against the Wind Rangers, seemingly uncaring, as he will just run him down instead. WS needs to be very careful. Analog with the onslaught away, but Divine Llama, another enormous call in the fountain, grabbing 3, and that is it. GG comes out heroic, will be the last team to qualify.